Welcome, one and all. This is the motherfucking peace dealer, and we live, we lit, we high, we getting bent, and all that jazz. Thank you so much for tuning in as usual. I know there's an airbed and mattress behind me. I have a really good friend visiting in town, and we're gonna put in a whole lot of work. Other than that, appropriately, I have titled this broadcast Superpower Ascension. Can I be real with you, yo? Today, the sun slipped into my 12th house. I was all like, is the Placidus real? Because in my Placidus chart, my 12th house is like 15 degrees Aries. But in my equal chart, it's 27 degrees Aries. So for those of you who've been wanting to know the difference, shout out to the 70 people viewing so far. We lit. Listen, I slept for like over 12 hours today on some savage shit. And the moon slipped into my 8th house too at the same time. Like, you can't make this shit up. So I need to give you this disclaimer because I'm in the 12th house right now. Saturn and the moon's in my 8th. Like, when you go through transits like this, your energy, your subconscious energy is leaking. So if you don't want that 12th, 8th house mumbo jumbo, which is like fantasy and addiction or occult transformation and divine bliss, regardless, let me not even finish that thought. I'm just letting you know the sun is on my 12th house cusp, and I slept all day today. You can't make this shit up. Has a lot to do with me like going to sleep extra late, but bear with me as I'm really ascending into a very sacred part of my chart. And not to make this about me, but trust me when I say this broadcast being entitled Superpower Ascension is no coincidence whatsoever. It's starting to help me realize at a greater level how all this energy is intertwined. Of course, my double Pisces friend would arrive when I'm going through a 12th house transit. You don't make that kind of shit up. Like, at least being aware of it is now going to make you and those around you acutely aware that there's so much happening here. So that being said, shout out to Joe Chris in the chat invoking energy. This is every part of the Superpower Ascension, because are you necessarily aware of your energy, or are you using it, or are you just like here, which is a huge part and parcel of what's going to go around this whole week. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm sitting down right now, but I'm not really here. I just try to tell you right now, I got abducted into the 12th house. Like, this is just my human vessel. I'm a Gemini, right? So I do have a portion, but I'm really not here. Like, I'm gonna try. For those of you who understand a semblance of charts, it's okay if you don't get this, but I'm trying to empathize with y'all watching. Like, I almost wanted to cancel this live and be so serious. Like, I was about to like say, I'm not gonna do this. Like, I'm going through 12th house transits are where you're supposed to isolate yourself. Olivia said I'm explaining how Pisces feels all the time. Word. That's what makes it the 12th house. Like, my consciousness is stretching out into like different planes. And in context, this has to happen if you're also a Taurus rising too, because you're getting ready to step in to a new or more updated way of expressing your personality. So you sleeping off a lot of psychic energy, psychic attack, you're not just sleeping, you're literally going to other realms. You may not be conscious of it, but that's what makes the 12th house the house of astral projection with the 8th. Like this, I'm going through something I've never really experienced before. And this is what I'm trying to say. Superpower Ascension, I'm not the only one going through this. You don't have to go through a 12th house transit. But we just passed an amazing Sun-Uranus conjunction, okay? One thing that I would love for you all to remember before I really talk about anything else is like, love is the law. I think that's cliche as hell, I'm gonna be honest, but love is the law. Like, it's true. It's amazing when you feel it, and you know, it's one of those like powerful sayings, but it's some really powerful stuff. What up, G? It's my friend right here, the double Pisces.
OZ.
OZ in the building. Yeah. For those of you who have heard my second album, he produced all of it. All of it. All right. So, of course, this would be lagging for them, but it is what it is. Yeah. Love is the law, as I said, and there's a whole lot of propaganda that this energy is generating. Worry not, all this energy is going to move into Taurus, and we're going to ground a huge extent of a lot of this. So trust me when I say we're still in projection wars, we're still in frame wars, and it's spin doctor city. So don't think this is just going to happen on a national media level. The president is going through this. The president is not only enforcing this, but it's also a victim of this. So everybody can get it. You, your friends, everybody is getting it. Like, everything that you say to a degree is getting twisted and kind of bent so that it's the pureness of what you're saying isn't necessarily reflecting the raw nature of what it is. This is why Mercury is now having the retrograde, and bitch slap some archangels too, because it's like, perfect example, perfect example. This is why I love Kanye West, because he has a Pisces moon. He don't play. Like, Kanye West was on an interview. This is the epitome, and of course, Kanye's a Gemini representing Mercury. This is what this Mercury retrograde in Aries is. Okay, you made a point to express who you are, and then Mercury went into Taurus, and then people are starting to question your value, and then Mercury has to go back like, oh, I guess you didn't hear me the first time. This is who I am. So like, Kanye is literally on live national television, and let me paraphrase, you know, he was all saying like he's a god, and the interviewer was asking, who do you think you are? And Kanye had to turn around and be like, I told you, I'm a god. Like, I just told you who I am. So that's what everyone is going through right now on a collective consciousness level, whether you're having to do that in your relationships with people who are crossing boundaries, whether you're having to get a raise and be like, this is what I've done. Especially Mercury and Taurus, like, this is what I've done. What are you talking about? Like, why are you still why are you still treating me like I was 2 years ago? This is the growth that I've made up until now. Like, the hell are you doing? So this is all that's going to get tested, because this superpower ascension does not come without a test. This superpower ascension is where the energy that exists within and around you acknowledges you. All right, energy is not something that you carelessly manipulate and use to your favor. That's why a lot of these new age prosperity gospels and chaos magic, they're all a bunch of shit. They're all bullshit. Like, energy is not something you can just and manipulate. Energy exists in this consciousness. You, energy, must acknowledge you. Your own power, your own soul must acknowledge you. Zaraki Kenpachi in Bleach, murking mofos without even using his shikai. It took a while until his own soul acknowledged him. And this is an analogy. Superpower Ascension is an analogy for your soul finally acknowledging you. A lot of people think that they have flawless connections with their soul. They don't even know who they are deep inside. A lot of people may think that they have a great connection with their soul, and their soul doesn't even acknowledge them. Their soul doesn't even respect them. Okay, so don't think that you're exempt. Just like there's the negative, there's also the other. A lot of you don't even know you have such profound connection with your soul. And until you're aware of it, you're going to feel disconjuncted. So that's something to keep in mind, because this is the week your soul will acknowledge you. It's not really an extreme acknowledge you or not. The energy shifting to where it has to acknowledge you. And some of your souls are going to acknowledge you in a very respectful way and finally teach you its secrets, because the moon is the keeper of secrets. Your soul keeps the secrets that it reveals to you, to your spirit, periodically or instantly. Some of you have unique arrangements where, you already know what it is all day. Like an astrologer can tell you what your soul is. So for those of you who want to know what your soul is in relation to your spirit, I totally recommend getting an astrology report, or even if you get a snapshot forecast, just write in the notes soul/spirit, or peace session. This will be the best one. If you get a peace session, the code word will be soul, spirit, yin yang. This is why I have the yin yang, soul, spirit. Okay. Soul spirit union. I know a lot of you are looking for your twin flames or your soulmates, and some of you are connecting with them, but you have to understand the goal of any relationship, the goal of any soulmate bond is to realign the yin and yang within you. So sometimes you need a soulmate to draw out and balance a side of yourself. That's usually why once you balance it, they either leave because you don't need them anymore, or, you might be, that's why they usually leave. So some of you want divine partners. Divine partners aren't here to just align. Some of your divine partners could be your soulmates, where they help you align and then they go. Whereas some soulmates, especially if they're South Nodal soulmates, you're just here to finish old business. And I'm not gonna lie, some of you are some hoes. Some of you are some hoes. Some of you have had sex with so many people in past lifetimes, and you're having to just like close karma with a lot of people. Like, I'm not even trying to demonize this, but some of y'all are some whores. Like, straight up, like everyone, we can say everyone's a whore because everyone has sex, but some of y'all are like Genghis Khan. Like, you're responsible for like a whole population of people, and you have to actually get their karma back. Okay, like it's ridiculous. Now, something unprecedented has happened in the stars, and it's fucking up a lot of shit. I hate to say it like this, but we're in fire sign season, so I can't sugarcoat this. All right, Savage Clan in the motherfucking building. Lilith is in Sagittarius, guys. Okay, men, hide your woman. Woman, hide your men. Lilith is in Sagittarius. Like, Sagittariuses all around the world are horny as hell, super like hot and bothered, and they will have sex with anything in their sight. Like, don't let the religious ones fool you, because they're having to masturbate behind closed doors, because Lilith and Sagittarius is like, we're having sex right now. Okay, like Lilith is in Sagittarius. Like, I'm not normally the most insecure person, but Sagittarius men can get anyone right now. Trust me, Sagittarius women can get any man right now. It's crazy. Like, if you understand how they just emit vibes, Lilith is back in their sign. Lilith hasn't had sex since she went on a sex fast in Scorpio, and Lilith doesn't care if you have an established marriage. Lilith doesn't care if you're trying to be celibate and stay single. If she likes you, she's having sex with you. Like, in fact, she's going to be so evil. She's going to have sex with you and be like, ha ha ha, yeah, I thought you didn't want to have sex. Like, she's in Sagittarius now. Like, let's stop acting like Sagittarius is a holy sign. Like, Sagittarius can be pretty sinister in the most fun of ways. Sagittarius is sinister because it's fun, and it's like you're enjoying it, and it's like, yeah, this is wrong, but you're having fun. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, run away. If I know you're Sagittarius, I'm running away from you. I'm running away from you, because you have no idea. Like, just the fact you can escape Sagittarius, but the energy is gonna be there. So many people are gonna have sex. So many, my dry spell ass. You know what I'm saying? My dry spell ass all of a sudden got laid out of nowhere, like as soon as Lilith got into Sagittarius. So it's not, and it's not the type of getting laid where it's like, yeah, I had sex. It's like, oh my God, no, the sexual beasts. No, I'm trying to wake up in the morning. Like, no, This is serious. I know this sounds funny. Like, Lilith is barely in Sag. Once the shit gets like 15 to 20 degrees, like, this is why Saturn in Scorpio was here to test your sexual integrity. Seriously. This is why Saturn and Scorpio was here to test your sexual integrity, because Lilith is in Sag, and there's just going to be like sex left and right. Some of you are going to be in relationships, and you're just going to have like the most ridiculously amazing opportunities to cheat. Like, you love your partner, like it has nothing to do with what they may do, but the most sexy person, if you're like the most sexy man, is just like seducing you on point, and it's like you don't want to cheat, but it's like you're getting drawn in like quicksand. That's what I'm saying. Like, hide your partners, and you're not gonna be able to. A lot of people are gonna get butt hurt. A lot of people are gonna get hurt, and this is what it is. When the gods and goddesses go out of control, what can you do? What can you do? I'll tell you what I could do. You couldn't superpower ascend and put those motherfuckers in check. No more. No more. Uranus is square Pluto right now. No more of this dumb shit. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. If you're an Aries, you know what I mean? I'm tired. This is stupid. I'm not tired, but this is stupid. And this is very important because if you keep in mind, I've been spending the past like 5 minutes talking about sex and Lilith, and I'm not trying to do this for fanfare. This is serious, dog. Like, this is serious, my friends. Like, Lilith has never been in Sagittarius when Uranus is in Aries, just bringing out the inner savage, already ready, just already ready to spark, like, do you know to cultivate that level of dynamic energy? That's why everything around the world is tense. Like, everyone knows, you know, bombs are already being dropped. Uranus in Aries is making a perfect trine to Donald Trump's Mars in the 12th. Like, that's, you know, this is what's influencing him to do even more. And it's in the 12th house. So, you know, there's more like military strategies he hasn't even told the public. Like, like everything's high volatile. Don't worry, 2019 is going to move to Taurus. And we're going to start having like microchips on plants and shit. But it is what it is. Superpower Ascension. How is the soul within going to acknowledge you? Because while you're trying to connect with your soul, Lilith is going to try and have sex with you. This is the most haunting thing, because some of you may be paranoid that someone you love might be tempted to cheat on you. No. Lilith wants to have sex with you. Woman, you're going to go through this the most. Like, you're going to have to really ask yourself, are you bisexual or not? Because some of y'all, Lilith is going to seduce you hard, very hard. Some of you in quid pro quo situations, if this is in your 6th or 10th house, this is Sagittarius, wild card. You're not going to see it coming. You're an established authority figure who you respected, starting to put the moves on you. Don't project it on her. It's Lilith. She wants to have sex with you. What are you gonna do? You have to superpower ascend. Like, trust me, because Lilith will take your soul. I'm sorry, like, Lilith will have no problems like taking your energy in sexual ecstasy and then looking at you and being like, you're welcome. Like, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. This week of astrology is covering the transit of the moon, now that it's in Capricorn, and it's going to end the week in Pisces on Neptune. So this week, the reason why I call this Superpower Ascension is the moon's gonna hit Pluto, and we're gonna end the week where the moon's in Pisces hitting Neptune. Can't make this shit up. So, let me reveal, like I said, the sun is on my 12th house cusp. Saturn is on my 8th house cusp. The moon is transiting my 8th house. Like, it's hitting my Uranus there, my Neptune is going to hit Pluto. I am literally like a portal for ascension for you right now. As you take in my words, like, this is going to be accelerating your progress. So everything that it is you're incorporating and doing, just keep that in mind. This is why it's so amazingly powerful that you tune into this broadcast, because it's not just me doing this. We're now pulling in our power. And when I say that your soul is going to acknowledge you, for those of you who watch anime, or for those of you who watch any fantasy, even if it's on like CW or Netflix, there's always that part in someone's life where you know how they build it up, you know how there's all like, damn, like, is this all there is to life? Like, is this is this the is this the extent of my life? Or some people may be content and they'd be like, oh, this is pretty cool. You guys are gonna get so screwed. If you're the second kind of person, you're gonna hate, you're gonna be talking mad shit to God. It's gonna be hilarious because God is trolling you. Listen, regardless of which one you are, there's always that part of the pilot where they awake, their soul acknowledges them, they awaken their power. Some people get it at like 18, some people get it at like 54, minding their business, and then their soul awakens. Okay, this is sponsored right now by Pluto and Neptune, because you have to be purified of your soul vibrations through Pluto. So while it upgrades in Aquarius, you now get the Neptune software imprint and download, and you're not only downloading energy, you're ascending into heaven on a soul level. This is going to now come back into Aries while the sun is in Taurus, manifesting the value of our power, basically making this energy around us real. And this balsamic phase is your final battle. This is the final boss battle. Like, we're ending this week off, preparing you for the final boss battle before you actually make it to the promised land in Taurus season. So, first thing to speak on is, this is a superpower ascension, but some of you are going to be super villains. Majority of people around the world are going to be super villains. This is why this upgrade has been delayed for a while. The corrupt nature of human spirits dictates and makes it so that with an extra bit of power and influence, if people can get away, 8th house, 12th house, 4th house, and keep private negative vibrations or dastardly plots, they will. So if everybody on the planet had awakened superpowers, how many do you think would use it to probably rob a bank? How many do you think would use it to probably like manipulate others and read others' minds and infiltrate their privacy? These are influences that factor why the archangels, who could have awakened us since the 60s, like, this isn't new, but they have to keep the balance, because there's levels to this. You have to be in a higher dimensional reality where certain rules don't come into play, or certain vibrations don't come into play to access certain powers. Okay, because this is erroneous logic. Like, if people truly were awakened, they wouldn't even have if people were truly awakened, they wouldn't even have the will to want to hurt someone else, you would think. Like, they wouldn't want to rob a bank because they're awakened so they can get it their own way. Wrong. You've been deceived. You've been deceived. These spirits don't give a fuck. Like, it's not about knowing what to do. It's the nature of your spirit. Is it corrupt or is it purified? And this is where I was about to say, some of you have finally reached a state in your life where things are balanced. Like, you fought for this. You really fought for this. And it sucks because you already, I'm not part of this part. I won't consider myself part of this, but some of you, like, you have some psychic power, but you're super low key with it. Like, you're legit trying to live a normal life. And you don't go out here trying to share your gifts. And you got to a place, though, where everything's normal and everything's even keel, right? Your life about to fall apart quick. Your destiny is about to push you into the most epic adventure where you have to use your powers, and you're gonna be so pissed. It's just like Wolverine. It's just like Wolverine. Some of you are going to be Wolverine or Magneto, where it's like you have powers, but it's like you're just trying to lay low. You're not trying to be about that life anymore. And then something's going to happen where it's just like you're back and it's like, oh my God. And then some of you, you're not going to be about that life. You're not even going to know. Some of you, it's going to open your eyes for the first time. I'm part of this group. Like you're going to actually step into this. Like this is where Rukia comes out of nowhere and stabs your heart with a sword, and she transfers her soul's spiritual energy to you. And this is the awareness of the other realm. Okay, the yin to this yang, Yular dimension. Okay, if you don't know, there's a Gote 13 sect of archangels called the Justice League that patrol dimensions in and out of this world to other realms. Then it's important to know that it's not exactly like that, but this conceptual existential mind frame will really help you when we get into Cancer season, to where you're entering portholes. And no one can teach you. You can't look up on Google, what do I do with this porthole? Like, you just have to either jump in or you're going to get stuck. Universe is playing dirty, because some of you are under the impression that the more you know, the better you do. And that only works with pure spirits. Not everyone has a pure spirit. So not everyone has a pure soul too. Some souls can corrupt spirits. So, for those of you wanting to know what your power is, understand this is what we were meant to uncover the first week of Aries season. See, when we go through masculine sign energies, there's a lot of soul work that needs to be done. You don't want things to happen to you. This is what happens during the feminine seasons. Like in Virgo season, we harvest. In Pisces season, we release. Aries season, Gemini season, you have to go out and do the work. This is why a lot of people feel unfulfilled, because they don't do the work. They don't network with people during October when it's Libra season, and then they expect the relationship to happen and nothing happens. And then they're like, well, this astrologer said that Libra season is supposed to bring relationships. Well, like in Libra season, Aries season is you're having to go out and show who you are. You need to show up in every situation. So this will define your character. And it's not Libra. You just have to show up. You don't have to actually show up and then go out. Like, you just have to show up and be who you are. And the whole point of this is you kind of define a whole lot of this power. And this is where your soul is going to match you. And the more you actually tap into your soul, the more this is going to reveal. Some of you, your soul has, if you have your moon in Scorpio or your moon Pluto, then your soul has just been kill. That person needs to die. It would suck if you're like an Aries or a Gemini or a Leo, and you're like, I love this person, and your soul's like, this person can die. And your soul doesn't hate them. It's just your soul only knows death. So everything is going to relate to death. Oh, this is a wonderful day for that person to die. And then you have to hold your soul back, because y'all don't know, Moon Scorpio, Moon Pluto, they're dangerous people. The only reason why they're here is to assist people in passing over, especially Moon in the 8th. That's why people go to them, and then they shortly pass. And then they wonder why, your soul took them there. So some of you are having to really understand your your soul like never before. Now, if you are a sun moon, this is a new moon, and that's very amazing. I won't speak on that, because then your soul and spirit are aligned, and it gives you such a much more powerful understanding of how to harness this amazing energy. But regardless, I think that you're going to gain such a powerful and amazing understanding of how to really use your power like never before. Some of you are coming into this with the knowledge already of it, and so it's just going to naturally unfold for you. Some of you have no idea what's going on. You're like, power? What power do I have? I have power? If you're walking into this blind, you're going to be hit by all directions. You're going to have entities like, ha ha ha, this person didn't even activate their soul's power spark. We don't even have to drain their energy. They won't even fight. you really want to, like, you have to actually do the work to turn it. And some of you, it's not work. It's just like checking in with yourself. Who are you? What do you do? This is what's going to let you know your power. I can't tell you your power. You know what I'm saying? This is something you define yourself. And this is something that's been defining itself as a process for the past 3 months, but more so activating since March 20th. This is kind of how real shit gets, my friends. I'm just going to be honest. Alrighty, so chilling on the block with my 6th foe. The moon is in Capricorn, jocking the hose. It's trining Mercury and Taurus too, just to help you know what to do. Literally, we have a grand Earth trine. Like, majority of the world has no clue that the karma of your lifestyle is being defined by what you're doing right now. So right now, I'm going live on YouTube, spreading conscious illumination and savagery. And this is defining not only my character, but it's going to define, stamp and seal, what it is that I do in my daily life, so that as this shifts into Leo, everything that I truly love will now manifest to align with this lifestyle. So if you are shortchanging yourself and you're involving yourself in relationships with people, or especially in work that you know you don't love doing, then you're going to, like, bind yourself to it. So it doesn't mean you have to switch the work. You have to make sure you love the work you're doing. Some of you may have to actually love something you hate just for the purpose of not going insane. Or you can just, like, take a risk, drop it, and do something you love and watch it take you to places you never knew. No one could have, I would have never known that what I do has taken me here, but it did. And as the sun continues to move now, we're gaining a major realization. The Mercury is Hermes. Hermes and conscious illumination, your mind and your spirit, they're about to align with Uranus, and then meets Uranus. Like, this is about to access such great ascension capability. If you even pay more mind to the moon shifting over Pluto, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on April 18th. While that happens, we have the semi-sextile, but also a sextile to Mars and Venus direct, which is really vibrating a deep central nature of love, to where you're acting off of values that align with the divine nature of your heart, so that relationships could actually have some kind of substance to them around you. But this is all happening while the sun is still shifting into the next sign. And get this, bam, when the moon's in Aquarius now, the sun and Mercury retrograde basically meet. Let me see if they do. Yeah, and then the 20th is when they exactly conjunct. So let's pause here, because this is just ridiculous. First of all, Mars is shifting energies while the sun and Mercury shift energies. This is another reason why I call this superpower ascension, because you're not only shifting, you're not only awakening power, but then you're shifting the levels so that you can use that power. Similar to in Bleach, where Ulquiorra had to climb on top of Las Noches because he couldn't release his soul power in the castle, or it would destroy the whole castle. So we have to shift environments. We have to actually, like, shift conscious awareness so that we can ground with Taurus all this energy that your mind is getting ready to explode on when it hits Uranus. Yo ass. But even more profoundly, Venus will have been shifting while it's making a perfect square to Saturn, all while you're having to feel where this belongs in your life. Feel the unique, you're going to feel such a unique, original sense of who you are that's going to add power to you. And then, of course, it only gets more intense because now Mercury is at the tail end of Aries, trining this. Mars shifts signs. You're going to feel this. Once Mars shifts into Gemini, things are going to move so lightning fast. You have to make sure you have everything on point, as Mercury, Mars and Taurus was to help you produce. Mark this down. Everything will move super lightning fast. And this square that we're having from the moon to Mars is going to challenge you greatly on how powerfully you can like adapt to knowledge changing at an instant and you still having to make the proper actions. Finally, on Saturday, this is the calm before the storm when the moon is in Pisces and this energy continues to shift, because soon Mercury is going to make it on Mercury retrograde is going to reach Uranus, and all hell as we know it will break loose. But it could be in the best of ways. I don't necessarily say that in a negative way. Like, someone like me is waiting for hell to break loose, which is kind of weird to say, but sometimes you need the chaotic element of chaos to spark the proper catalyst. And we just need to stop acting like everyone doesn't have gifts and talents. You know, I don't want to necessarily say some people are extras, but there's a war on your soul, okay? And this war is subconsciously fought through images. It's fought through subliminal messaging. It's fought through frames. It's fought through projections. And if you're paying attention to the war going on outside and you're not paying attention to the war going on inside, you've already lost. There's nothing you can do. It's all the war. Everything is all the war going on inside. That's why I say, fuck World War One, two, and or a potential three. It's all about World War Zero. Okay? A lot of people don't know that we have a double agent in office, a double agent for the dark. All right? Sun Gemini in the 10th, Moon Sag in the 4th, that's a double agent for the dark side. Like, that's why I keep this information out. Blah. That's why my first astrological profile was to expose him. Blah. All right? For those who know, there are going to be people who know, there are going to be people who don't know. So you have to begin to know who's who, and anybody can get it. When you awaken this power, you can't have any like objectivity. And trust me, some of you have this power awakened already. So this is an ascension. You're having to awaken this power because you're using whatever power awakens to ascend. Some of you are literally going to awaken telekinetic power for the first time. Some of you are going to awaken telekinetic power for the second or third time since you blocked it while you were 16 years old and it freaked you out. And you're going to have to, it's not so much about the power, it's about the connection to your soul, which fuses the yin and yang, that's going to really help you literally ascend. I want to be honest with you. Did you think ascension was something that's going to happen 50 years from now? Did you think ascension was something that was going to happen 10 years from now? The illusion is trying to project your spiritual goals in the future, when the power of noun is noun, and immediate realizations and accelerations can induce evolutions unimaginable. After all, did you think you would be at this point in your life? Have there not been serendipitous or unexpected events that have occurred? There's nothing more unexpected than Sun Uranus, my friends. And it doesn't necessarily have to just trigger on the exact conjunction. Whew, that was horrible. I just felt something. But yeah, For those of you dropping bombs on my aura, try that again. I'm just joking. Yeah, my friends, before I draw cards for you, I'm going to draw special cards just to confuse you all. I would definitely like to ask, did you call in your soulmate? For those of you who called in your soulmate and you're live in the chat, or if you're watching after this is live, comment, did your soulmate come in? Did you call in your soulmate? Did you stop calling in your soulmate? Because stopping the conscious intention of calling it in is going to stop it. Like, this is not, there's no destination to this. It's a journey. Like, you're constantly connecting with this energy. Connecting and calling in your soulmate is like, because everything, Nikola Tesla said, everything is like vibrations and frequencies. Calling in your soulmate is dialing in your frequency and tuning it into their broadband. And the more you keep that there, the more this is a signal to bring you both together. So keep this in mind, because this person should be in your life already. I know, you know what I'm saying? If you think on a bigger picture level, some of you are having the opportunity to open up a new awareness of your connection with this person. And if you're trying to do it the 3D way, you could really screw yourself out of stuff. Like, your soul is trying to take you down the back door to a rabbit hole, and you don't understand. Like, you could have that. Like, you could have, like, if you knew that this is the 12th house and the 8th house in a nutshell. Like, the 12th house and the 8th house is like having your fantasy, but you can't tell anybody. Like, you can't kiss and tell. Does that make sense? Like, some of you are having to integrate your lifestyle to where when you call this in, no one can know yet, because you both have seen the interference that happens when you both connect. So are some of you people going to when you connect with your soulmate, are some of you people going to tell your best friend? Are some of you people going to tell that person you've been talking to online, like, hey, I finally connected? Or are you going to keep what you both share to yourselves for now? You're not going to stay in the closet, but how sacred is what you share? This is going to make or break it, because some of you will, and then you're going to notice things go sour instantly, and you're like, what happened? Seriously, you need to keep the synchronicities to yourself. You need to keep the signs to yourself. All right. As far as y'all understand, I'm broke and nobody wants my ass. Like, that's it. That shit is not just a joke. Okay. There's some warlocks out here, but it is what it is. You really want to keep mindful and discerned of this. And this is because this is not because you can't trust anybody. This has nothing to do with being paranoid about other people getting in the way of what you have. 8th and 12th house love is sacred. Like, no one's supposed to know. Like, that's hierogamous love. Like, that's behind closed doors. That's an other dimension. Like, you're not supposed to be bragging about that. You're not supposed to be telling anyone that business. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a whole lot. In fact, oh, trust me, you really, Julia later said, treat the soulmate like a side piece, basically. Yes. 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 Treat your soulmate like they are your side chick. And when you're in public, you better act like friends. Unless you're fearless. Like, some of you are Leos and you're not going to take my advice. And you're just going to be fearless. You're going to be like, everyone, this is my partner. All right. And what's up? What's up? And see, you guys can listen to Leo and you're going to screw yourselves. And you're going to be like, the PCU was right. I should have just kept this to myself, because Leo can do this. Leo has the North Node of Destiny in their sign, so nothing can touch them. Like, for the next like year and a half, Leo is straight. And then even after, you know what I'm saying? So trust me. Like, but some people are going to see Leo do it, and they're going to be like, hey, well, Leo's fearless. Leo's fearless. I'm gonna put myself out in public too, and you're just gonna watch your relationship just, just like the moment you put it public. So try that. If you're Sagittarius, you can get away with it. If you're not Leo or Sagittarius and you meet your soulmate, all right, and this is someone, and I don't even, dude, I'm talking about this soulmate could be someone you have no romantic attraction to, and they're a really great friend, and it's somebody who you have a psychic connection to, okay? The moment you share the psychic nature of your connection to someone, your friendship is gonna, like, they're gonna send like certain people to get in the way of that. Trust me. It has nothing to do about the romance. I'm talking about the connection. Like, this is World War Zero. Okay? World War Zero. I'm telling you this right now. Keep this in mind. Gwendolyn said, I am a Leo and I did already make the announcement. Congratulations, Gwendolyn. Your heart is gonna rule. Your heart. Leo's everywhere. Like, if Sagittarius is everywhere are gonna be horny and just like have sex with everything. What up, Jay Leaps? Then Leo's everywhere, their hearts are just going to be calling the shots. Like, you're gonna see Leos go to people and do things that you can't do, but they're gonna make it possible just because of the power of the heart. And I'm gonna be jealous as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be mad jealous because I don't get this until like 2020 when North Node is in Gemini. But by then it's just gonna be like, oh, it is what it is. But yeah, this is very unprecedented, and this is very important to know, because your way to really harness this profoundly is to remember that love wins. Okay, so let me tell you something. If you're single, then Jupiter and Leo is manifesting partnerships for you, and you won't be single anymore. And trust me, you can be in a relationship with someone you're not romantically interested in. So I'm talking about relationships. I'm not talking about like romance. Romance is an illusion. It's dope though. I like to incorporate that illusion when I want to have sex with women. But when we're talking about relationships, you might manifest a partnership with a friend who is like in your life, and now you're not single anymore. Like, romantically you're single, but the universe doesn't look at relationship statuses like that. The universe is not like, it's complicated. Like, there are certain people that you're meant to be paired with. For a lot of you, because we're in heart activations, it's going to be romantic, okay? But for some of you, it doesn't have to be romantic. And I'm just saying this because especially if you're already in a relationship, this is going to be more profound for people in a relationship. One or both of you are going to open up to the baggage you've been hiding from your partner. Okay, especially if your partner is a Scorpio and you made the false assumption that you can hide your baggage from a Scorpio. They specialize in bringing that out of people. Like, I don't know why people do that to Scorpio. Like, Scorpio, oh my God. Like, if you're getting with a Scorpio, prepare for your baggage to just be, prepare for, Cancer is pretty nice with this too, but Cancer knows how to turn a blind eye, thank you. But prepare for baggage you didn't even know you had to just get uncovered. Skeletons in the closet that you didn't even know you had to deal with to just get completely like brought on Front Street and have to be dealt with like no person's charm. Now, if you're in this chat, I have a feeling that you're the one attracting the person with baggage. So let me ask you again, how deep is your love? Like, if you attract the love of your life, but you realize they have so much baggage that makes them unattractive to you, in a sense, are you gonna leave them? Or are you gonna help them get through that baggage? Because that's the name of the game right now. Some of you are under the assumption that your spiritual journey was here to help you like meet, both awaken. Not everyone is both at the same level when they meet. And this has nothing to do with like a level of psychic proficiency. You may find that that partner is more spiritual and psychic than you, but they have such deep emotional baggage that their heart's not in the game. Their head's not in the game. I'm sorry for the Virgos watching me. This is painful. Like, my hands are ashy. My lips are ashy. I'm low-key trying to like lick my lips, but then make it look like I'm not like doing this, and I just can't hide this anymore. Like I know you earth signs are cringing. Like you see the bed all unmade, and then it's like I'm all out here. This should be a crime. This should be a crime right here, and it is what it is. No key trying to look for lotion, but I really don't care. Anyway, yeah, this is really important because trust me when I say, like, there's an enormous, intense amount of baggage that you're going to help somebody like really clear. And once you help them clear that, they're going to really love you forever because we want to understand the like, trust me, like you watching this right now, this could even be a reflection thing where you see the baggage in someone else, and while they help you with your baggage, you help them with theirs. But some of you are going to be walking into this with no baggage, and the partner you track has all the baggage. They have you just be like, are you serious? Like they let you on the plane with all this baggage? Like how do you have past the capacity of baggage, and then how do you just have like three carts just chilling with like overweight baggage? Like what some of you men have some. I've never really seen the movie, but the premise of it's this one movie with Michael Cera where like he has to he dates this one chick and he has to like beat the crap of all of her ex-boyfriends in order to like do some shit. And then it's gonna be worse for the woman because like revenge of the ex-girlfriends, some of you chicks are gonna have to, some of you chicks are gonna, ooh, I feel bad. Some of you chicks are gonna manifest like the one. And Scott Pilgrim, there we go, Jay Lee's thanks. Scott Pilgrim, like it's gonna be even more for the dudes, it's not gonna be that bad. I don't know why it works around this way, but like for the dudes, it's not gonna be that bad. Like a lot of the situations are gonna be resolved peacefully. Like it's gonna actually seem like, you know, you have to fight through conflict, but for the divine masculine, like resolving it through peace is what's gonna work ultimately. Don't worry, some people are gonna have to catch fades, like inevitably. But for the divine feminine, it's gonna be ugly. Like some of you are gonna have to deal with revenge of the exes because you're gonna find out you get with this dude and then his ex-girlfriend has awakened some black magic power and then she's going to be throwing it at you and then her other exes are going to be throwing it at you and then you're just going to have to whoop ass. Like you can't come to these bitches with peace. Like you're going to have to kick some ovaries and it's going to get ugly and it's just going to be like, wow. And how ironic though. It's actually going to be even keel. Someone said, what about for gay guys? For homosexual individuals, there's not going to be that big of an influence. For lesbians, mild, okay? Like, I'm not going to really go into why. I think that's pretty interesting because the heterosexual, actually, honestly, I don't even want to say that the heterosexual way is more intense because it's not that really intense on the man side. It's the woman side. Like that's the one that's gonna get lit. Like you have no idea. Like we gonna have popcorn. Like there are gonna be some angels and archangels eating popcorn outside the dimensions. Like, oh, do you see this shit brewing? Like, oh my gosh, have you seen Mean Girls? Like, come on, this shit is real. I'm trying to tell you. Like, oh my gosh, you have to be very careful because it's going to try your patience. Some of you are going to have to decide, are you going to connect with the soulmate or are you going to help them deal with their baggage? So let me encourage you once again, love is the answer. Like, forget the BS, forget the manipulation tactics. Like, love is the answer. And especially as the North Node enters Leo, like if you're not heart-based, if you're not fifth dimensional, if you're not in your heart, you're going to be destroyed. Like you have to be in your heart or die. You have to be in your heart or die. As sure as there is this quincunx to the North Node Leo and Pluto and Cap, as sure as Uranus is still mildly squaring Pluto, as sure as Jupiter is squaring Pluto right now, to where the intensity of which you have to show up in your relationships is everything, to which will make or break what doors you both open there. All right. So AYB is absolutely right. They all could get it. My bad. Anyway, I'm going to pull from the Osho Zen Oracle or Tarot deck a card for you to focus on. And then from the Whispers of the Night Oracle, a card to divine. It is at this time, I want you to tune our energies in and start to raise your vibration. All right. All right. All right. All right. We're going to start with Aries. All right, Cho. I exaggerated a little bit on the baggage thing just to give you an accurate picture. For some of you, it's not going to be that serious, but you have to have an open enough heart and compassionate enough heart to be patient for when this soulmate of yours, in whatever context, may act up or may not necessarily fit into the way you wanted things to happen. You have to also understand that they have certain dark shadows they have to deal with. And as perfect as you think they are, as divine as you think they are, I won't say they're far from that, because you're here to actually bring them there, but you have to respect the process they're going through as well. Why am I not surprised, Aries, that I got this for you? All right, Aries, we have individuality, and you're building such a powerful sense of character by being who you are that it would make no sense to stop now, because people are intimidated by you. And I literally have the fighting card. So meditate on this. Pluto is squaring you. Jupiter is opposing you. Some of you have to fight just to be who you are. And you know what I'm saying? Kick some ass and take some names if this is what you have to do to establish the power of your character so that you won't be suppressed. Let me not tell you to compromise in the name or face of justice, because that's bullshit. Like, you should be allowed to be who you are. Free expression. Taurus, we have individuality again. What do you know? Zoe be coming through. Zoe is saying, Taurus, you need to be yourself too. You're not boring. The peace dealer is just a hater. You're actually super swaggy, and you have to bring out your personality, and your individuality is what's going to help you go beyond illusion. Individuality is Aries in your 12th house, going beyond the illusion of the 12th house, and you coming into the true nature of your spiritual identity that not everyone is meant to know but you, and how you can finally integrate that into reality. Gemini. Oh shit. All right. Gemini, stay tuned, by the way, as I'll draw the last card. We have meditation, okay, and ordinariness. So I'm a staunch advocator against meditation because I'm lazy as fuck and I just want things to happen now. And whenever I meditate, I feel so good. But that's too much discipline, and I ain't with that. So you will find that meditation will balance and bring back that sense of ordinariness. I might have to actually humble my ass and meditate. Not gonna happen, but I might. You never know. I want to take this time out to thank you all who have ordered the snapshot transit forecast and the eclipse report so far. So amazing. Immediately after I finish this hangout, I'm going to continue to finish the ones outstanding. Thank you for your patience so far. It's not too much, but I'm really loving the glowing reviews. Some of you have already expressed getting some for others as a gift and asking if I'll have one next month, because I did say it may be temporary. So far, it's so good. I'm really loving the reviews. We still have the eclipse report and transit snapshot report available. The eclipse report, for those coming in at this new, is a report that will let you know this new moon in Leo eclipse in August 16th, what it's going to set off you for the next 6 months. This is very important. It's the number one thing you want to focus on, because it's not about what happens in the eclipse, it's what are you going to do leading up to the eclipse. And what I'm going to tell you in the report is what the next 6 months, it's going to be nice, quick, and simple, but it's going to let you know what it's going to unfold for you, which is definitely very important. So yeah, thank you all so far who have ordered, and let's keep on going with Cancer. Oh, Cancer, Aphrodite has a message for you. We're in the ordinariness of what you're going through and the work that you're doing. This is going to help you come into a vision, okay? Now listen, it's 8 p.m. right now. I didn't plan this. It's 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I just pulled the 8 card of ordinariness. And number 8, vision, Aphrodite. So that is a reflection of how psychic you Cancers are. That wasn't magic from me. That was you that made that happen. And this is that vision that you're really going to see while you're in the hustle and bustle of doing what it is you normally do. It's like the veil's going to split open specifically for you, and you're really going to be inspired by love in a certain way. Leo. Leo, you may have been clinging to the past, and for some of you Leos, I get that this isn't even like having to let go of things. I think maybe a facet of the past may be clinging to you that you're trying to actively let go of, but it's just not easy. You know, people don't know Leo has Pisces in their 8th house, so it could be really hard. But yeah, don't worry, because the wisdom of the night says there's hope. There's profound clarity and hope for you. 27. So keep that in mind, as even though it might seem like you may not be able to let go, or not let go, even though it may seem like you might not be able to move on, even though you're already, as we speak, way ahead in the future than most people, there is hope of really letting this go. Okay, Virgo, the card we have for you is super gangster, because we have the High Priestess of Spirit sponsoring something amazing for you. The High Priestess of Spirit wants to take you beyond illusion, because both Pisces and Virgo see through infinity. They see infinity. So you're going to actually, harnessing the power of the High Priestess of Spirit, see beyond illusion. Remember, I called this Superpower Ascension. So, you know, for Virgo, this is definitely talking about you seeing not only every detail, but now blending and seeing every detail of this spiritual. And you're not even going to have to call on the High Priestess of Spirit. She's going to come to you, because you're an angel who's here to shift the energy between both realms as a temporal realm diffuser. I was about to go in right now, but it won't be fair to the other signs. So I'm gonna have to do it another day, or World War Zero. Libra, 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 Libra. Oh, Libra, we have conclusion. It is over, Libra. The extent of the work you have done has finally seated itself to be true to what it is. There is nothing that you can do. It is over. Doors are ready to close, and books are ready to be finished, written. In fact, what I get is that you're summoning a demon. Ah, no, I'm just joking. What I get is that you have finally finished the piece of your manifesto that you're ready to integrate into your ordinariness. But actually, no, this is actually saying it's the conclusion of the normal. Some of you have been super bored. You've been sensing that the energy's shifting, but you've been having to delay with the dilemma of being in an ordinary dimension. Well, that's over. You're getting ready to shift with this superpower ascension. Now, any zodiac sign that's past Libra is now at this point, they're not superpower ascending. They're helping other people ascend to superpowers. This is important to keep in mind. Like Scorpio, because Cancer got Aphrodite as Cancer got Aphrodite as. All right, what the fuck is up, Scorpio? What the fuck is up? Why am I pulling these cards for you? Okay, what the hell? All right, because it looks like you're Aphrodite giving people this vision. But what's this? What's this? Huh? Huh? You're literally going to be seeing through temporal realms again? What the fuck, Scorpio? Okay? I was trying to post some shitty cards for you because I'm jealous of you right now. And I was going to be like, yeah, good luck, Scorpio. You're going to have to deal with this. But what? What? This is you like seeing the true nature and reality of every single life situation. And you're going to have x-ray vision and just like, some of you are just going to be like, whoa, I can control it this time? Let me see. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is bad because this is going to make Scorpios are creepers already. Now Scorpios are just going to be creeping on you. Like if Scorpio could, Scorpio would get away with watching you like do everything and just staring at you just like. So this is what this means, guys. Like just know that everywhere, somewhere, a Scorpio is just like watching you eat, take a shit, sleep. Like a Scorpio would just be over you, watching you sleep, just like. Yep. You wouldn't think though. You wouldn't think so. They're too cool for school. You would never think so. Good job. Good job. Aphrodite, I blame you. Okay? This is what happens when Aphrodite fucking gives people powers. Thank you, Aphrodite. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Scorpio's gonna enjoy this because they're gonna get away with it. And it's gonna be like, yes, yes, it is what it is. But honestly, some of y'all like that creepy shit. So I'm not making fun of Scorpio. Some of y'all like that creepy shit. Some of y'all low-key love that. And let's just not act like Scorpio's a freaky one. Virgo, I'm talking to you. But anyway, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, there are politics being played. This is a very House of Cards type of card. But I think what's very interesting is we pull this in conjunction with the beauty. So be very mindful because, yeah, we know not everything that glitters is gold, but I'd be still on top of that interested. You may be enticed with beauty, and it may not necessarily be what you think it is. Okay, now let me just be real. You're the one that's enticing beauty for people. This is what Sagittarius is going to do, whether they know it or not. Like, you know how some Sagittariuses be acting like they weren't leading people on, like, I'm sorry, like, and some Sagittariuses, they're oblivious. Like they don't know for real because they're just super sexy. Like, oh my gosh, but look, seriously. They're just gonna be like teasing you. It's gonna be like, I know you want my Lilith juice. I know you want my Lilith juice. And then you're just gonna be like, I do, stop it. I'm trying to hold back. I'm a good man. Leave me alone. And they're gonna be like, no, you want this beauty. You want this beauty. So trust me, if you, especially if you think Sagittarius is all like, you know, pure and like holy, like, they're gonna bring their temptress out. They're gonna have fun with it. And then they may act like, I'm sorry, I can't control it. I can't. No. Sagittarius is Capricorn and Scorpio. These are the type of signs that if you chase them, they'll act disinterested, and then they'll find out that you're not chasing them, and then they'll just shine extra hard in front of you. They'll just shine extra hard until you're all they see, and then you start chasing them again. And it's like, seriously, yo? Seriously, though? All right, Capricorn, we are the world. And this is probably one of the most important pulls because we have differences. So Capricorn, you're having to integrate the differences we all face globally and combine. This is your director squad. This is why you're in positions where you work with so many different people, because you're having to integrate unity through differences. Most straightforward pull I pulled all day. This is amazing. Aquarius, for you. Yeah. Oh, similar to Gemini, see. Ooh, this is very straightforward too. The dark dimension. Meditation. Pisces. Pisces, for you. All right, Pisces. We have flowering, okay? This is a budding of energy for you, and this is great because it's coming in tandem with hope, okay? Flowering and hope, this is actually pretty dope. This is seeing intentions and manifestations bud a whole lot more than expected. So that's actually really great. That's actually really great. And the last card that I'm going to pull for everyone. I feel an energy shift that just happened. It's pretty interesting. I feel like, I think since all our energy is linked, I'm not the only one who feels this too. Yes, this is the most important message for all the signs. Listen, focus on your inner voice. So if you're wanting to awaken, if you're wanting to really superpower ascend, and you want your Zanpakuto, your soul to acknowledge you and actually tell you its name so you can evoke its power and then integrate it like yin and yang to actually ascend with your superpower, listen to your inner voice. It speaks to you. Some of your inner voices yell to you, and then you don't listen to it. And then you get in very mad situations, and then you wonder why it doesn't acknowledge you. Like, really listen. 2, this is the High Priestess card, inner voice and focus. 17, focus and hone in on your inner voice, because this is what's going to get you everywhere you want to go. And it's going to lead to that completion. You're going to have to take a risk. Focusing on your inner voice is going to bring its risks. And listen, you don't have to like try and listen to it and be like, is it, what is it? Is it saying anything? Like, you're going to hear it. Some of you for the first time, you're not going to try and hear it. You're going to hear your inner voice, like loud and clear. Focus on it. And the more you focus on it, it brings it even louder. Okay. I see some Aquariuses in the chat. Like you did, you didn't say anything for Aquarius. Yes, I did. You did. Did you listen? I hope you listened and saw the card. All right. Anyway, with that being said, like I said, love is the law. And I'm moon in Capricorn, so that is super corny to me. I love love, but ugh. You want to color outside the lines. Old situations are going to actually work. All right. And it's through you actually like trusting in your heart and understanding. Oh my gosh. All right. I don't know why, like everyone gets it but Aquarius. The screen did not freeze with Aquarius. I did not give you guys any commentary. Did you see the card that I pulled for you? Like, I thought you got it. Like, your Aquarius is supposed to know. Like, I purposely did not say anything. The screen did not freeze. The card was nothingness. What the fuck did you want me to say? Like, did you not get that? Did you not get that shit? Like, what the fuck? All right, never mind. I give up. I give up. Anyway, it is what it is. Your heart will get you through this. All right? And don't worry about the same challenges coming back. Ascend through these with your superpowers, okay? And until next time, my friends.